Okay. I'd first like to respond to their claim that we're trying to convince you that these embryos are human. We aren't commenting at all on whether or not these are human. In fact, we're just commenting that that is irrelevant. These embryos, for the most part, are gotten from in vitro fertilization clinics. These embryos are the leftovers of couples who have created many of them, just in case some of them don't work. Once these couples have had their children, they have no use for these embryos anymore. And so they're usually destroyed unless they're used for the stem cell. So whether or not this thing, the embryo is human, doesn't matter, because it will be killed regardless, whether or not it's just destroyed for nothing or whether or not it's destroyed and used for embryonic stem cells. Because of that, whether or not it's human is relevant. It's going to be destroyed, at least for stem cell research. We're getting some use out of it, and we can save lives. To address their reprogramming, I have a quote here from the University of Michigan. It says that scientists agree that it is too early to assess the technique's full potential and determine whether or not the reprogrammed cells are functionally equivalent to embryonic stem cells. In addition, the technique can cause mutations that predispose cells to cancer. As a result, some scientists are concerned that the reprogrammed cells will never be suitable for use in patients. For the foreseeable future, stem cell researchers agree that research should continue along all avenues using embryonic stem cells, adult stem cells, and reprogrammed stem cells. This just shows that although these can be reprogrammed, they cannot be used in, or may not be able to be used in patients as my opponents described. Another thing I'd like to bring to your attention is that although embryonic stem cells may not be able to be used in the body very often because they cause tumors, they can be used for other reasons. You can grow them in cultures and test drugs on them as semi-human analogs without having them actually be anything but tissue. I have a quote here from Alan Malnek, who is a medical doctor. Testing of new medications for safety could be performed in labs using lines of embryonic stem cells. So just because they cannot be used in the body doesn't mean that they aren't useful and have great potential for medical knowledge. I'd like to also review that adult stem cells cannot be used to replace embryonic stem cells because of their limitations and the types of tissues that they can create. Because they're used for different things, also it's hard to cross over the uses. They have some uses in common, but to completely ban the use of embryonic stem cells would be detrimental in those fields where embryonic stem cells are used most prevalently. Umbilical cord stem cells, as I've said, fall victim to the same things because umbilical cord stem cells are adult stem cells. So their claim that adult stem cells can be used instead of umbilical cord or of embryonic stem cells is flawed in that respect, because, as I've said, they aren't comparable and they can't be used to replace each other.